What's going on, boxing fans? Julian Williams here with The Distance. I got a video for you guys, prediction. This one's for Juan Manuel Lopez versus Rafael Marquez for the WBO Featherweight Championship. Matchup takes place November the 6th. Overall, it's a good matchup. Puts together the challenger who just got off of a victory over Israel Vasquez back in May. Rafael Marquez against the champion Juan Manuel Lopez, who just came off a second round knockout victory over Bernardo Concepcion back in July. Pretty much this has potential to be matchup of the year. Just considering both of the styles involved. You have a come forward style with Rafael Marquez. You have with him, he comes forward, he has a lot of skill, power in his punches, comes to fight each and every time. And Juan Manuel Lopez, another fighter who comes to fight, power in his punches, and has great boxing ability as well. And putting these styles together, makes way for a great matchup. To be quite honest, in this matchup, this one is quite hard to analyze. It's quite hard to analyze because just because of the styles involved and the interchangeability of both fighters. Both fighters are versatile. They've shown the ability to adapt. They've shown quite a few liabilities as well, as far as defense goes. So this can be either a fight or a technical boxing match, or even both. I think this is a matchup of who wants it more and who lands first and who can absorb the most punishment. I think this is the type of matchup that this is. So for Rafael Marquez, in order for him to win this matchup, he has strengths of good combination puncher, showing good ability to land find his right hand. He comes forward each and every time, and shown ability to adapt. Shown that ability. Good inside fighter, good body puncher. Marquez in this matchup, I think, has to simply come forward and has to cut off that ring. He doesn't want this match to be a center of the ring affair, because if it's at the center of the ring, Lopez can pretty much find range with his jab to find his openings. Lopez is the type of fighter that likes to stand there and kind of think and look for openings. So if he comes forward and throws combinations and not give Lopez a chance to think about the openings and kind of make it an inside fight and throw combinations and work towards and pretty much just work and outwork Lopez, especially in the early stages of the matchup. I think he could very well take this matchup if he does that. If he consistently comes forward, he throws combinations, goes to the body. I think that kind of like that old Rocky Marciano type style, coming and kind of crouching low, because Lopez kind of has a little bend in his back, but make Lopez come a little bit lower than he would have to. So he would have to throw the jab kind of downwards, and also a few up jabs. Up jabs are going to be, I think that jab establishment is going to be important for Rafael Marquez in this matchup. Even though in the last matchup we saw him use the jab quite a bit and use the jab very well. In his last matchup against Vasquez, he used the jab set up his combination, set up a pretty good crisp right hook on the inside. But he just wants us to be an inside matchup. I think that he can outwork Lopez on the inside. I think he could land more shots on the inside than Lopez. Lopez has shown ability to fight on the inside, but when he fights on the inside, he's not as quick as Marquez on the inside. So he does kind of want this to be an inside matchup, and I think that he wants to make this a fight more so than a boxing match. And if it's a boxing match, then Marquez has shown the ability to land the straight right hand from the outside, which is going to be crucial because southpaws have trouble defending themselves from right hands. So if this is a normal, typical boxing match, Marquez has to focus on landing the straight right hand each and every time using his jab from the outside. That's going to be another crucial something that's going to be crucial for him. And he's shown the ability to do that against southpaws. If you look at the matchup against Mark Johnson, he was able to kind of land the right hand from out of range, and he had to set it up with his jab. So in this matchup, I think he's going to have to fight that matchup that way, and also he's going to have to be in Lopez's face the whole entire matchup. He's going to have to be in his face, but at the same time, he has shown defensive liabilities. So, who knows? He's going to have to try his best to avoid the right hook, left uppercut, straight left hand. He's going to have to avoid these shots and find a way to. And the way to avoid these shots is by simply coming inside and outworking Lopez, coming inside and pretty much just going to the body, slowing him down. If he takes him to the later stages of the fight, and he's shown the ability to move on and progress and continue fighting in the later stages of his matchups. I think he could very well take this fight if he sticks to that type of attack and game plan. If he sticks to his attack. For Lopez in this matchup has to pretty much focus on boxing. I think boxing is going to be, boxing and keeping Marquez at the end of that jab. It's going to be Lopez's number one. I think that should be his number one strategy in this matchup. Keep him at the end of the jab. Look for the straight left hand, but also look for the right and left hook. The left hook preferably, because he's shown liabilities to the left hook. The left hook on the inside. If it becomes an inside fight, then the left hook is the punch that he wants to land. He wants to land the left hook. I think that Marquez defends himself very well from straight punches and jabs. He can protect himself very well from those punches, but the left hook is the punch that he has trouble defending himself from. And Lopez is shown to be able to throw that very well. Lopez also in this matchup maybe want to just focus on using his angles and have Marquez come forward and jab from those angles and land his straight left from the angles that he's using. I think that's going to be a crucial factor in this matchup as well, because when Marquez comes, he comes in that straight line. He comes in a straight line, but Marquez has shown the ability to kind of cut off angles, but Lopez can just throw from the angle as soon as he kind of creates the angles and create space using the jab, and also not do too much thinking. Just use the jab to set up his left hook. Use the jab to set up maybe the straight left to the body, and also go to the body. Go downstairs and throw hooks to the body. Come outside and just start jabbing from the outside again. Lopez has shown the ability to stay on the outside and kind of just think, and he does a good job of finding his openings. And when he sees openings, go for them. Go for the openings. But if the opening is not there, then just come back on the outside and just jab and keep it a fundamental matchup. Keep it fundamental. Use the basics: jabbing, left hook, maybe a left cross. If it's there, look for openings, but don't throw too much. Don't throw too much when he sees the openings. I think that's pretty much going to be Lopez's way of winning this matchup. I think just simple, patient boxing. But I think it's staying calm and collective, and he's shown that ability. Just staying calm, focused, and I think counter punching as well is going to be something that Lopez can do. But overall, this is a hard matchup to, this is quite the hard matchup to determine the winner. But I think it's going to end. I'm going to go with a knockout in this matchup, and I'm going to go with Juan Manuel Lopez. I think that Lopez can knock out Rafael Marquez in probably, I'll say about 9 rounds. I think he can knock him out in 9 rounds. He's shown tremendous power. and boxing ability. And with a fighter who has power and boxing ability and has shown the ability to change styles and adapt to certain styles and pretty much just change up in the matchup, I think that's a dangerous fighter. So I'm gonna go with Juan Manuel Lopez, 10th round knockout in a close fight. I think it's gonna be a close fight. So I'm gonna go with Lopez, 10th round knockout. But anyway, guys, that was the distance. Thanks for watching. Peace.